skip to my MMA.
Conor McGregor, yes. I mean, I got sidetracked when I saw coffee and ice cream. But yes, Conor McGregor is essential to the UFC. Unless he's retired, he's definitely essential. I mean, we got his name in our mouth so fucking much. It's kind of embarrassing that we have to rely so much on a Conor McGregor clickbait to even, get something moving and shaking. The sport is so crazy. The fighters are so phenomenal. It should be enough, but it's not. So my answer to this question is we do need Conor McGregor, on God. Just because he's such a huge name, he lives up to 80% of what the fuck he says. He's always into bullshit. For some reason, we love the bullshit. What's up?
Let me ask you about this from the Irish perspective. After Khabib's win, Conor went on Twitter moments later and said, I want the rematch in Moscow. And from my perspective over here in the United States, I'm starting to sense a lot of fans turning on Conor, that they're kind of rolling their eyes. Okay, we've been there, done that. And of course, when you have the Tony Ferguson situation and everyone seems to think that he deserves the next crack, what is the sense over there? Like, I still get casual fans coming up to me, sports fans being like, all right, this happened right after the Khabib fight, by the way, like a neighbor of mine, like, oh, is Conor going to fight him next? Like, they don't know who Tony is. They don't follow the sport like we do. Yeah. Is the sense over there in Ireland like, oh, yeah, this would be great. Conor, Khabib too. Let's do it. Or are you starting to get the sense that the locals over there are also kind of tired of everything and are losing patience with him at this point in his career?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. People are just rolling their eyes. I think it's hilarious, to be honest. People are laughing about it. The fact that he thinks he can just interject himself into this situation. His reputation, his downfall has been startling, to be honest with you. It is just absolutely amazing to think of that night in Dublin 5 years ago to where he is now. I mean, he was lifted up, and I've told you this many times, it was almost like he was like a mythological figure. This man who was dragging this generation in a crippling sex, dragging them out of it and telling them, you can do it, believe in yourselves, a young Irish dream. And now, he's pretty much, he's bottomed out. That's honestly how it is. Like, I mean, people don't take his fight career seriously. You saw the incident in the bar which happened. I mean, people feel as though if you're a dedicated athlete, if you are a fighter, if you're an elite fighter, how could you be going around and punching guys in a bar? And you can really understand that logic. And for most people, the McGregor who fought Khabib the last time, broken foot like a balloon, whatever it was nothing like the guy who made us so fiercely proud to be Irish, who made us wrap that tricolour around us and really be proud of being from Ireland. They don't see that guy anymore. This guy needs to fight. He really needs to fight soon. He needs to do something. And even, to be honest with you, never mind the Khabib shout. The reaction to the Poirier thing, every person I've talked to in Ireland about that thing, that's a terrible night out for Conor. And to think about where he was the first time he fought Poirier. When he fought Poirier, that was the confirmation. This guy is elite. This guy can do it. And as you saw Conor talking about, 90 seconds and this and that, people really don't think it would go that way again. So I feel like he needs to get in there and fight and show us who he is. It's not got enough to tweet at these guys and posture for these matches. If you want to fight, you better get in there and fight and remind these people. That's what it feels like to me. The only way he can get people back on his side now is by fighting, and maybe similarly to a Tyson Fury, going on kind of a PR trail beforehand and just show people that you're a different guy. Explain to them why you're a different guy. He used to have this amazing power to make people believe. I don't think anyone believes that he's a reformed character yet. He needs to do a lot more to show people.
So I agree with everything you said. I'll take it one step further. Fighting isn't enough. I think he has to win his next fight, right? I think just fighting isn't enough, correct?
Oh, I completely agree with you, man. I really feel as though the drop-off in McGregor, again, broken foot or not, from Alvarez to Khabib was absolutely incredible. I mean, it didn't look like the same fighter.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, I understand what he's saying. And I mean, listen, I don't think there's a human being on earth that doesn't get it. I mean, you can't disagree with what he's saying there. You know, I mean, it's scathing. It's pretty scathing. Although he says he's not looking for a fight with McGregor. That's the only part I'm skeptical about, because he I mean, listen, the fact that he wants to be a social worker, I never knew that. And he kind of stumbled in this by accident, and then he won 25 fights in a row, and he's like, well, fuck, I'm doing good. I'm making money. I'm going to carry on doing this. And it's fun, and the money's great. Not to mention the fact, I think has he won a fight of the night bonus in every single fight he's had in the UFC so far?
Yeah, he's actually one of the highest paid fighters over the last couple of years, because not only is he getting a great base to his contract, but he's gotten the $50,000 bonus in all 5 of his UFC fights. So that's
which is incredible
right there.
Yeah, which is incredible. I mean, that speaks to his performances, and his fights are great. Everyone loves the fights, but yeah, going back to the McGregor thing, I mean, yeah, I agree. You know, I mean, he is. Listen, I think even McGregor knows, because if you look on his tweets, his Twitter feed lately, he's definitely on the PR offensive, isn't he? You know what I mean? Yeah. What did he say yesterday? Have a blessed day, guys. And then a love heart. And then listen, he's on the PR offensive hard. Anyway, Gaethje. I don't know. I think he's looking for a fight with McGregor. And I think if he beats Donald Cerrone, I think he's got a pretty good chance of that.
When I heard you were fighting Demian Maia, oh man, I couldn't. As a fan, I got so fucking excited.
Yeah,
these guys should vouch for me, but I don't let them talk. These guys behind the screen. Now after the fight with Jorge, was it just like, give me anybody so I can get back in there and redeem myself, or was it, all right, this dude's a crowd, fucking I'll take Demian? How did this come about?
Yeah, I mean, it was they offered him. I said, what about Till? But obviously, I think they knew Till was moving up a weight class.
Yeah.
And so it ended up being Demian Maia. I think that's a great choice. You know what? I think him being ranked at 10 is kind of shitty, because he's only lost to the champion number 1, number 2. So if you look at his resume, it's really good. He's fought for world title. And then, you know, like you said, I also am a fan of ground guys. I'm specifically a fan of Demian Maia because although he's had a black belt jiu-jitsu, most jiu-jitsu guys don't learn how to wrestle proficiently, and Demian did, and I always kind of liked that about him. So I always want that challenge, you know, the challenge of going against him, because I think it provides, and it is, you know, when I'm going to his training camp, it's way different than any training camp I've been in a long time, because it's like, well, I actually have to think about how this situation is going to go here, because in this situation against 95% of the guys, I just dominate them. But what could he possibly try here? So it's like an intellectual challenge in certain positions, whereas most people, to what you said earlier, it's like, okay, how do I close distance to get my hands on him? And once I get my hands on him, I'm just going to beat their ass. Yeah. And so I appreciate the intellectual challenge of it. So yeah, I'm very excited for it.
As a wrestler and a black belt, I don't want to say that. Yeah, I'm sure you used to. I mean, you know, you used to taking away. Like, swatting away submissions, like, you know what I mean, and you get confident in that. But just like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, there's black belts and there's black belts. Yeah. There's wrestlers and there's the elite of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Is there? I know you're not naive to think, all right, I'm just gonna fucking take him down. I can blanket him. It's Demian Maia. I've dealt with jiu-jitsu guys before. Are you looking at him any differently because he's Demian Maia and guys are knowing he's trying to strangle him and he still strangles them?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally am. And I mean, I think one of the things that you may have discounted is early in my career. I mean, all the way back like when Marcelo Garcia put up those videos in fucking 2010 or whatever. It's like I wanted to go test myself against the best of the best guys in jiu-jitsu, and I didn't want to just do this and just try to keep short elbows and short neck and not get choked out. I wanted to roll with them. I wanted to see what it felt like and what was coming at me, and I wanted to be comfortable in all those different unique positions. I want to be comfortable escaping submissions, and so I always tried to seek out the best of the best, especially early on.